All right, everybody, welcome to Good Times with Alex and Ryan. I'm Ryan W. Sprague. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell because you are listening to an amazing, amazing podcast. I'm Ryan W. Sprague. This is Alex.
Hello. You can follow me on Twitter at VanDollar15. You can follow me on the YouTube at Alex Vanover.
The Tube.
The Tubey.
All right, Alex, what do we got for today? I hear we got some news stories.
Yeah, we got some news stories. It's coming from the state of Florida, of course.
Oh, Florida, of course.
Yeah.
Who else is there? It seems like that's the only state that has news.
I have two stories from the state of Florida. The first one, so they reopened the beaches in Florida, but this one guy has went completely vigilante, and he's decided he's going to take the public safety into his own hands, Ryan.
Is he?
Yeah, he decided he's going to dress up as the Grim Reaper, complete with a black mask, a hood, a sickle, and he just walks up and down the beaches of Florida.
Come on, man. Which one is Peter Griffin?
This is Peter Griffin.
Just as a constant reminder to these people that death is coming, since they're not, since they're going to the beach.
Okay, is he just a little crazy?
Got any SPF 50? I bleach like a gym sock. Hey, can I join you?
I guess. Do you, live around here?
No, I live with my mom.
Tell your mom we said hi.
I don't know the backstory on this guy. I did a little research, but it was I saw this photo of him, and it led to a video. So there's actually a video of this guy walking up and down the beach with a sickle, and he's full on Grim Reaper mode. It is ridiculous.
Bit of a bizarre reminder about what could happen if we don't follow social distancing guidelines. Look at this guy.
While he was walking on the beaches today, visitors were unfazed as they tried to maintain social distancing while enjoying the Gulf.
Let's not do this. Hey, look, I caught Flo, Joe. You don't think I can catch you?
Someone needs to make a meme of that.
Oh,
and to dancing and such. Oh man, that would be great.
I'm sure it's in the works. Can you imagine? Honey, grab my sunscreen. Can you get my back? I can't reach back there. And then the Grim Reaper shows up and he puts some sunscreen on his sickle and starts trying to load 6 feet away though, because that's his whole deal. So
he goes home when he gets ready for going out. He's like, "Honey, where is my Reaper suit? Where is my Reaper suit? Why do you need to know?"
What is this guy gonna do when he runs out of unemployment? Because this is a side project. This can't possibly be his main job. He's all, "Oh my God, honey, I gotta go to work." As he's pulling on his freaking black cape and is putting his sickle, on, and
I gotta go.
On.
I gotta go save the world from itself. People are getting these people
idiots. All right,
I gotta show them what's really happening. They're gonna die.
I know. Isn't it kind of defeating the purpose though? Because he's dressing up as the Grim Reaper on the beach, and he wants to kind of protest and show everyone that this is a bad idea by reopening the beaches in Florida because of the coronavirus. But isn't it kind of an oxymoron because he himself is at the beach as well?
But he's doing the greater good. He's like those missionaries that went out to the leper colonies. He's gonna do it because he's saving the world. Okay. But he might catch it, but it's his burden to bear.
Okay. Well, as long as the sickle's 6 feet long, he can get a nice distance, right? So he can just measure it and eyeball it.
He's like, if I touch you with this, you die. So you better run.
Oh my gosh. So I have another story that's kind of linked to this. It's also from Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was expecting, anywhere else.
So now that they've reopened the beaches, right, in Florida, there was this old man. He's 66 years old, and he put a towel down, and he was getting some sun and enjoying being outside. Well, they have cops on four-wheelers out there patrolling the beach like Baywatch, basically.
Yeah.
So this cop's out there patrolling everything, and things are starting to heat up because the beaches are open, and this 66-year-old man actually got ran over by a police officer on the beach.
That's terrible.
Oh my gosh. The only good thing that happened was there was no, obviously the guy lived and there was no like serious damage, but can you imagine being the police officer out there and it's like, you have to file the report and write that up at the end of your shift. It's like, well, I was trying to police the social distancing and I ended up, running over Dave today.
They're like filming a project where they look like Baywatch or Chips and they're, he just runs over the guy.
Yeah, he's out there trying to like make sure they stay 6 feet apart, and he ran over poor Steven or whoever it was on the beach. I have no idea, but hopefully the guy had enough sunscreen to create a layer between himself and the tires.
But seriously, I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I think he is okay. Yeah, that's pretty
crazy stuff.
Moving on, here's another important story that happened recently. So, do you know how, like, if you were attacked by a shark, Ryan, if you're out in the ocean and you get attacked by a shark, how would you defend yourself?
Well, you're supposed to like hit it in the eye or grab its gills.
Okay. Well, wow. So okay. All right. I would do the latter. I would probably just try to swim away, and I'd look even more appetizing.
Okay. If you were attacked, if I
was attacked, I'd probably panic and get eaten. But no. So you actually are kind of onto it because this French surfer was surfing in Australia yesterday, and he was attacked by a shark. And he
are we talking about Australia, Florida?
No, yeah. This isn't the small town in Florida. This is the actual continent, Australia.
Okay.
So this guy was surfing in Australia, and he thought he was safe because there was no cops around to run him over with a four-wheeler, but he actually got attacked by a shark. And eyewitnesses say that he went under, and then he popped back up, and then the shark went after him again. So, but it didn't last. The attack didn't last very long because eyewitnesses also say that the guy being attacked punched the shark in the head, punched the shark in the face, not once but twice, and then swam like hell and got away from the shark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like, I think there's a Dane Cook joke about that. He's like talking about how you could get all these girls talk about how I would punch every shark in the face.
Yeah, well, this guy actually did it. Yeah. And
wow,
the shark was probably like, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat some fish, and then just like whack right in the face, and then like whack again. And the shark's probably like, I've never ever dealt with a fish that could punch me in the face before. So that was new.
That's enough of that.
Yeah. Moving on to a nicer topic, Ryan, this is a really big day for society and just for people in general, but especially the state of Utah. People in Utah this week are finally they're free. They're free. And let me tell you why, Ryan. You want to know why?
Why are they free, Alex? I really want to know.
They've been emancipated. People of Utah have been emancipated. Bigamy is no longer illegal as of this week.
Wow.
People
what
can
a
marry
slap
more...
in the face to all those people that had to go through the illegally.
Yeah, people are now allowed to have multiple wives.
All that time where it was illegal, and now it's legal. Man, all those people just trying to practice their religion.
Yeah, I know. David Koresh, guy we talked about in an earlier episode, would have been praising the Lord. He'd be taking all the sin for the people, and he'd be able to marry all these women.
It's legal now, huh? Maybe it'll revert back to its original ways. Because the prophet of the Mormons can change it to whatever. So he might be able to revert it back.
He's like, I found these magic tablets out in the woods next to the Delta Center where the Jazz play, and they said that I could marry your wife. It's like, what?
Actually, I don't know if they can marry. I don't think they've ever been able to like marry other people's wives, but they what happened right at the beginning is Joseph Smith had a mistress, and all of a sudden it was legal in the religion.
I had to see so,
and he had to have like and then he had a Brigham Young kind of like support it. So he's like, "Hey, you need some wives too, buddy, huh?"
He's also like, he starts gambling and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I just got another vision." Guess what? Gambling's legal. I was dating a girl who was in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and her family was sending missionaries over to my apartment.
Yeah,
all the time, and they were extremely nice.
Yeah,
but I'm also nice, so I didn't want to like. I wasn't letting them in for one thing, but I also didn't want to slam the door in their face. So
right.
I would always. Yeah,
this is Elder Smith.
Yes, I would always
leave news for you.
I would try my best to like drop an uncomfortable comment or try to say an off-color joke, and maybe they'd leave on their own. But I would just be like, all right, well, I'm baking a pie, so I gotta, sorry about that, Elder, Johnson or whatever. I gotta go. But you got to do what you got to do. They don't take no for an answer. If they had that work ethic in the weight room, they'd all be jacked. They just don't say no. There's no quit in them. They put their suit on, their little tie, they get on their bicycle, and they make things happen. Okay.
I studied it a bit, and I had an interesting talk with one because I knew some stuff I wasn't supposed to know. So he was like,
what do you know?
Well, I don't really want to say it because there's just some secret stuff they do, kind of, and it's related to masonry. Like it kind of came from masonry.
Oh, okay. Like the stonecutters in The Simpsons. Ever seen that episode?
Yeah.
Have you seen that episode?
We talked about The Simpsons, Alex.
Well,
I've never seen one full episode.
If you need to pull the clip up, Homer is in charge of the stonecutters, and it's basically like the Freemasons. And then they find out Homer's actually lineage. He's in charge. He's the chosen one, and he goes crazy with power. So all of them decide to start another group called the No Homers.
Is he the leader
of this chapter? There are chapters all over the world, and it has been foretold that someday a chosen one will...
Okay. Didn't ask for your life story.
Because Homer went mad with power.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, so moving on, man. There's another major issue that just got popped up on my radar. Mary Kate Olson. Do you remember her from Full House?
Mary Kate and Ashley?
Yeah, you remember her?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Full House or something like that?
Exactly. Well, she's married to this guy named Oliver Sikorzy, and he's 50 years old. He's 50. She's 33. All the photos of them look ridiculous. I mean, he looks older, and she still looks like Michelle from Full House, basically.
Yeah.
And she actually filed for an emergency divorce petition from her state because I guess there's some serious stuff going down at her house or whatever. But you can't really get a divorce right now because of all the coronavirus stuff. So she had to file like an emergency petition to hopefully get divorced. But what I hope happens, Ryan, is I hope that the judge hears her, pleas for help and says, "You want a divorce? You got it, dude.
You got it, dude."
Mary Kate.
Okay, that took a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, you got it. You need to look at these photos of them together. It is like every photo she looks like she's trying to figure out a way to escape.
Wow.
He's smiling, kind of like holding her uncomfortably, and then she's like, her eyes are darting to the side, like looking for an emergency exit.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's like he knows something about her, or she accidentally killed somebody. He's got some sort of information on her because this would not be a real couple in real life.
I sense some judginess from you.
Yeah, I think so. This is ridiculous. So, did you hear this news story that a 5-year-old stole a car and was trying to drive to California so he could buy a Lamborghini? Did you hear about this story?
No, I did not. Tell me about it.
Yeah, this 5-year-old from Utah. He actually got pulled over in Utah.
Okay, Utah.
Not
Florida or what?
Not Florida. Yeah, we have 2 Utah stories today. So this 5-year-old kid decided he was going to steal the family car and drive it to California to buy a Lamborghini. And he was pulled over and caught. And I was amazed that first of all, that he was even able to start the car and drive the car anywhere. But he was actually pulled over on the highway. He made it to the freeway. He's fine. How did he even know how to get off the on-ramp or any of that?
Pull over.
Or anything. Just how did he pull the car over?
It reminds me of like a Star Trek, the new ones where he's a kid and he got in the old car and he drove and almost went off a cliff. You better get out of that car. It's an antique. I'm gonna kick your butt. He drives it off a cliff.
Oh my god! It's like Thelma and Louise style, just like held their hands and drove off a cliff. No, I'm serious, man. When I heard that a 5-year-old was driving, but like,
well, Alex, I was driving it too because
yeah,
it's in the blood.
Yeah, you were little Ricky Bobby. You had a radio flyer, red wagon.
No, I had one of those Hot Wheels, Power Wheels, baby.
Oh, hey, here's a quick side story. So I lived on Wall Street in North Bend, which was actually like a couple blocks from your house. On Wall Street.
Oh, I didn't. Was it? It wasn't Wall that Street. House. Oh no, I remember where your grandpa lives.
Yeah, no, this is different. Wall Street was.
Yeah.
Where you know where the ammo bunker was when they.
Yeah.
Okay, so that street.
Okay.
So anyway, so I went up to Mike's house when we were in 5th grade, and he had a Bigfoot Power Wheel, and we're both like 10 or 11 years old, and I crawled either in the back or in the front. I can't remember who was steering it, but one of us was in the front, one of us was in the back, and we took this Power Wheel down Wall Street together. Yeah.
What's funny? Okay, so for the audience that doesn't know, it's a huge hill, like a really big hill that goes. It's really steep, and they.
Yeah. Yes. And Mike's dad was like the recycling guy at the time, and he was doing his route, and I don't know that he caught us exactly when we did it, because once we did it the first time, we just kept doing it because we succeeded without killing ourselves. So Bill caught wind of it and caught us and was just pissed, but he wasn't pissed that we were doing this. He was pissed that we were, because it was Danny's Bigfoot Power Wheel. It was Mike's little brother's Power Wheel. So it wasn't even Mike's.
You were 10, running around the neighborhood.
Yeah,
a bunch of kids running around the neighborhood, and you took Danny's.
Yeah, so he wasn't even like mad that we were almost killing ourselves. He was mad that we took his little brother's Power Wheel. So
just a couple of kids running around.
just a couple wedding crashers, a couple kids. They're good kids. They're good kids. So one other piece of news. I don't know if you guys know this, or I don't know if you know this, Ryan.
Ooh,
are you
I know
aware?
A lot of things, Alex. I don't know. Test me.
Are you aware that the Murder Hornets have a
ride? Yes, my wife.
Are you aware?
Yeah, my wife tells me about it, and I'm like, I don't care about no Murder Hornets. I'll punch him in the face.
Yeah,
I don't care. And she showed me a Murder Hornet that was like had the face of like Hillary or something, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. I don't get it.
I wrote a headline that I thought Ethan might want for the Babylon Bee.
Yeah,
but he never responded back to me. I was like, Trump claims Murder Hornet sting can cure coronavirus. He never. That's even a good responded.
One. That would fit in there. That's a good one.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. He's like, screw this peasant with these terrible jokes.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
It is funny.
It's a tremendous sting. It'll cure you. It's a tremendous bee.
Yeah, it goes inside and cleanses you from the inside.
Oh, hey, there was this guy who owns Radish Paste. This guy who is the owner of Radish Paste, and he's actually getting sued because he was claiming that radish paste actually cures coronavirus. So sales spiked for radish paste.
Wow.
And yeah, and I was like, as I'm reading this article, I'm like, does this guy think it's like 1897 and he's selling snake oil? You just claim
right up. Radish paste cures cancer.
Yeah, and it also makes you better in bed and you become a millionaire. Like I was just like, I could just picture this guy on the back of a covered wagon with bags of radish paste. Like,
people get upset at the FDA, because they're like, they're, trying to bring us down. But the FDA has done a lot to protect the American people from themselves.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
Like you can't make claims. That's why all these supplements can't make claims of like, this cures this. You can't make curing claims or any of that. It's a good organization. I mean, sometimes they get their buddies up there and pass some things that probably shouldn't be passed, but generally, it's helpful.
So you're saying there's some collusion involved, huh, Ryan? Is that what you're saying?
There's up there. There's a lot of the good old boys that just, hey buddy. We knew each other. We knew each other since we were kids. He's a good kid. I'm gonna help him out. Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I have a business. You're in politics. And we can donate some money. And, make a deal.
Well, Mama says alligators are angry because they have all them teeth and no toothbrush. Well, your mama is wrong.
Medulla oblongata.
Mama's never wrong.
You're wrong, Mr. Sanders.
You're right. Hey, what part of the snake am I eating right now? Well, snakes don't really have parts, but if I was to say and decide if you were eating if it was a part, I'd say you're probably having the knee. Waterboy is a good movie. We need to talk about that later on. That was a great movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good movie. So I kind of got off topic when we started talking about the Bigfoot. The Murder Hornet. So I see that the Murder Hornet has arrived, and then 2 days later, I see this, and I actually tweeted it. It says Murder Hornet arrives, and it has this Murder Hornet looking like right at the camera, like vicious.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. It's like, I'm gonna kill you.
yeah. It's like the old Seinfeld joke. It's like when people have their mugshot pictures up in the post office, and he's like, well, if they're so dangerous and they're such a, they're going to harm people, why don't they just arrest them after they take their mugshot? I mean, they got them right there, put the camera down, reach over there and arrest him. They got the Murder Hornet right there. Why don't they just smash it with a newspaper? I mean, if it's such a big deal. But so I see a couple days later, it says Murder Hornet claims first known victim. And then it shows the Murder Hornet, and he looks pissed, way more upset than he was previously. And apparently this guy who was a beekeeper in Spain, he found a murder hornet nest or murder hornets in his beehive or whatever. And they attacked him and stung him, and he actually he died from the stings. Oh, but, man. I thought it was going to be more of kind of a crazy story because the guy was a beekeeper, first of all. So he got killed. He kind of got. At least he died doing what he loved. Ryan. Right?
I don't think it works like that.
At least the guy went out with his big beekeeping suit on.
I mean, you got that maybe like in quick deaths, maybe, but when you're suffocating and
yeah, your throat is closing from the bees. It's like, and then at least the guy went out doing what he loved. It's like, well, maybe. I don't know how, great that would be. If I die, which, I'm never going to die, hopefully.
Yeah, never. With you exercising, it's like reversing.
Yeah.
Reversing what
Yeah, right? It
right.
just takes, every day I exercise, it takes a day, like it adds another day to my life. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
we're just doing it's math. It's math.
Yeah. It's math.
If I ever die, though, I'd like to die doing something that I like. So hopefully I'm having some sort of great meal, like a cheat day meal, or I'm scratching a lottery ticket where I just won the jackpot or something. Like, hopefully I go out dying actually doing what I want to do, for sure. But
doing scratch tickets?
Oh man, not anymore. But when I used to do lottery.
So you want to? I love scratch tickets.
Oh my god. I had a I just dropped it.
I'm so happy right now.
I won. I can't remember the exact number, but I won $1,000 or $1,100 on a scratch hit one time.
Wow.
Yeah, and here's a crazy story. Here's another story. When I was bartending at the golf course in Salem, I was playing Keno, and the Keno 8-spot like prize was up to it was like $90,000. So I was working, and you're not supposed to play Keno while you're working, but I filled a slip out and played it, and I hit the first 7 numbers. There's 20 balls. I hit the first 7 of my numbers.
Wow.
Out of the first 8 balls. So I've got 12 numbers left to get my last number, and it just peppered around 15. I never got it, but I ended up winning like $800 or $900. And my boss was like, all right, Alex, you're not supposed to be playing Keno on the clock, but this is awesome. He was like genuinely happy for me. But any other bar, if I wasn't as close to the owner, I probably would have got fired. But on the clock, I was playing Keno and I won like $900. But
nice.
I was so close to winning like $90,000.
You're such a rebel, Alex.
I know.
Such a rebel.
I know.
Man, it's gonna get to you someday. You keep rebel rousing like that.
Mama said, "Who's your favorite wrestler, Bobby?" Well, even though he was extremely discourteous to me earlier,
Captain Insane.
I'd have to say it's probably still Captain Insane.
After he was making fun of it.
I know. He's like, "Are you a virgin?" And he's like, "No." He said, "How old are you?" Because he thought he was a little kid. He's like, "I am 31 years old," or however old he said. How old are you, son? 9, 10. I am 31.
All righty. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Good Times with Alex and Ryan.
Yeah.
And be sure to hit that bell. Ring that notification. Put it all notification. Or else we will send Murder Hornets on you.
And Gypsy Moths. Gypsy Moths are coming too.
And the Grim Reaper.
He's going to be working overtime because he's busy in Florida right now.
He's got to be chasing you guys down if you don't hit subscribe and ring that bell.
Yeah, and then when you're ringing the bell, 6 feet distance, please. 6 feet apart. There's going to be so many of you ringing that bell.
We also want you to be safe, all right?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, have a good day. See you next time on Good Times with Alex and Ryan.